Hi, Gary here from Woody Wood, and the next in the series of my product reviews from Ryobi is the RE1200 Ryobi Plunge Router. As you can see around, it's just been working pretty hard to flatten this board, and I must say it works like an absolute charm. Robust, powerful, needs a good clean, I can see that. With the job at hand, very simply adjustable, fairly precise, and does a wonderful job. But if you look at the results from it, the board, and I'll show you in a moment, is perfectly flat. The heavy routing work, this certainly works exceptionally well. So let's just take the router off there. Definitely recommended buy. Let's see if it flattened the board to the level, and we know how we do this. We see if it rocks. No rock. Okay, that's dirt underneath. May not lie. Let's check here. Works exceptionally well. Certainly a recommended addition. Very reliable, very easy to clean and service, which one that does need to do. Perfect for what I need to do, perfect for the home enthusiast, and I would certainly recommend this tool for flattening of slabs if you don't have a jointer planer or a thicknesser. A little bit more work, but it certainly gets the job done. Thought I'd keep it short and simple tonight. My recommendation is absolutely yes. Woody Wood, backyard do it yourself, having a bit of fun. This is the second posting in reviewing Ryobi tools, and I thought we'd talk about the Random Sander, the RS380. In front of me, and at the same time give some sanding tips that I've learned through making lots of mistakes. Yes, I'm in a pair of shorts. It's about 32 degrees here in the garage, so if I appear to sweat, it's not nervousness from doing the video and chasing the flies away, it's purely from the heat. Let's have a look. Very comfortable. Nice handles to hold down on, and I'll talk about in a moment how not to use those. When you're sanding, a little dust bag, because it does make a lot of dust. Very easy to replace the pads and the sanding disc. There's a reason there are holes in there, so you can put them in line with the holes, which allows the vacuum system to suck it up. If you cover the holes and put it on skew, you're going to have dust flying everywhere. So let's just do a little test sand. This is just on, I think it's 380 watts, more than enough power, as you will see shortly. That's the first one. You don't need excessive pressure on it to sand. You just need to start it up and move very gently. Let me demonstrate. As you can see, very little pressure applied, a slow, gentle movement across the surface of the board. You can't feel it from here, but that is incredibly smooth like glass. This is 180 grit on it. Don't do this. Because all I've done now is made a dent in the board, which I now have to clean up. Notice again, very little pressure. Now, a great technique I learned as well was take a spray can with water and just spray the surface. so that it's damp. This allows the fibers in the wood to pull up, and then once that's dry, you'll find it feels rough. You take the net level of grit, in this case would be 220. Let's just change discs. This one doesn't have holes in it, but the same thing. You wet it, let it dry, let the fibers come up, and sand the fibers. All right, I can't talk over the sander, so let me finish that sentence. Once it's dry as the fibers standing up, you take the sander and you sand it down again in that same gentle motion. And once again, you would be smooth. The other point you should take into consideration when sanding down a glued up board such as this, which is walnut and beech, is to allow the glue to dry thoroughly, let it cure. Because otherwise, if you sand too early, the moisture in the glue in the joints is still there, and you'll find the glue pops up after you've sanded. So wait till it's thoroughly dry, there's no moisture left on the board, and then sand it to get the smooth finish that you're looking for. My overall rating of this particular Ryobi Random Sander RS380 is 10 out of 10. It does the job absolutely adequately. It doesn't need to be an expensive piece of tool that's in your workshop. It's very easy to use. It's not hard work to sand. You don't have to spend an inordinate amount of time pressing down and sweating while you're doing it. So I think it's a great buy and a worthwhile addition to my shop. Hi there, Gary here from Woody Wood. I've watched so many YouTube videos where a brad nailer or staple gun is used, so I couldn't help myself and I went out and I got myself one of these, or let me say I actually got it for a birthday present. So I thought I'd take you through a quick review of the nailer stapler and let's see how it works. First of all, the first impression is pretty robust. It weighs 2.7 kilograms without the battery attached, and it can take, it's an 18-volt system. It can take the 1500, 2000 and 3000 and the 4000 milliamp battery attachment. I have the 300, which I'll put on shortly, but let's just look at the features quickly. It has single filing and contact firing capability. Has a light input. It has an adjustment on the top for the depth gauge of how deep you want the nail to go in or out. We'll try it in a moment to see how it works. Simple catch and release of the nailing or the nails or staples. You can take 50mm brad nail, 40mm staple. These are 40mm and they're quite easy to put in. You just slide them in and away you go. Simple as that. You can see I've still got the label or tag on the system. Feels comfortable, a little bit on the heavy side, and with the bigger battery it's going to be even heavier. It's got a nail speed of 30 shot or 30 nails per minute. It says 18-volt battery. Has a 100-piece magazine capability, so you're not reloading all the time. And the standard universal power platforms and chargers work effectively with this piece of equipment. This is the XNS1800, and I'll put a link to the actual product on the various different websites in the description below. But it's like a boy with a new toy. Anyone likes something that fires something. So simply what's left to do is fire up and see what she does. So let's adjust the depth, and I put it on non-contact firing, so you push it down and you release. As you can see, hopefully keep these reviews short and simple. Nice piece of equipment. I haven't got paint on it yet, which will inevitably happen in the not too distant future, but I think for what we do around the garage and in the backyard and the things we make, perfectly adequate, very reasonably priced, as you will see, and I think a great acquisition to the shed.